shall say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble. Because the Lord said he's going to save the lowly and the low degree, the meek, right? The meek shall inherit this earth, man. The ones who are in the low state. So you have to stay humble, man. Meaning being a base. You know, you got to. There's no room for being proud, man. That's an abomination, man. And the Most High, man, that's the quickest way to get spit out, man. You know, it's quick. You know, it's just like I don't even know nowhere else to tell you, man. I mean, you gotta stay humble to the word, man. If you don't pray for it, man, the Most High is not gonna give it to you, man. You gotta stay humble, man. This is your man. This is your friend. This is your lover right here. This is your wife, man. And you have to stay humble in this thing, man.
All right. Look up the word buffet in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7. I'm going to read this here. This 2 Corinthians chapter 12, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 6. Is for though I desire to glory, I shall not be a fool. This Paul speaking, and he letting the Corinthians know. This 2 Corinthians 12 and 6. For though I desire to glory, I shall not be a fool. For I will say the truth, but now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me, and lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations. There was given to me a thorn. That thorn basically is all the trial and tribulations that Paul is going through while he is in the flesh. And that thorn is basically sin. Because that's what you go through when you're in this fleshly body, because it's sin. That's what you go through, all them trials and tribulations. In the kingdom, we're not going to go through that. You see? All right? It says, in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. You got buffet?
Yeah, buffet comes from a Greek word, kalaphizo, meaning to strike with the fist, give one a blow with the fist, to maltreat, treat with violence, or contumely.
Yeah, so basically, Paul, when even though he getting all these revelations in the flesh, he's still going through all these trials and tribulations, man, because Satan able to still fuck with him, and that's why he praying to the Most High. Look, I mean, he let Israel know, which was in Corinthians. He letting them know, man.
It says the root is to chasten, to correct, to punish.
Yeah.
To cause to be punished.
Yeah. So he going through it through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah for the nation of Israel, but meaning the elect out of them that was in Corinth. But he would tell them, look, don't look at me like, above my measure, because shit, I'm still going through it. I'm still going through it, man, even though the Most High giving me all this understanding, man. You see? It said, this 2 Corinthians 12 and 6, for though I would desire to glory, I should not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he hear of me. Verse 7, and lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelation, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For these things for these things I besought the Lord twice, in the flesh, right? And it says, and he said unto him, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahushua, of Mashiach, might rest upon me. Too. Why? So he can go out and continue doing the work to gather the elect. So that's what you're supposed to do, man. Stay humble, and when the Most High increase you and lift you up and give that knowledge and wisdom and understanding in this wicked ass society, you go out there and teach the nation of Israel, the elect, in the spirit and truth of Yahweh Shah, man. You see? That's what you gonna do, man. And for the brothers who are set up to be teachers, man, because not all Israel is set up to be teachers on this side, man. You know, you got certain men that's gonna come out on these highways and the byways, man. Then you got certain men that's gonna be hid, and you ain't gonna even know they Israelites. You see?
Okay.
Yeah.
1 Peter 5:5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, all of you be subject to one another, and be clothed with humility. For the Most High resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble.
You got it out.
It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elders. When you look up that word, submit, like it says, be subject to one another. Subject means submitting yourselves to one another in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So when it says, like, submit yourselves unto the elders, meaning what? Those guys have been, like the brother just said, they've been sitting here to be like over us, watching over our teachers, man, our elders. So when they give us instructions, we have to abide by that, man. Look into it.
Yeah.
You know, they say something, hey, you gotta look into it, man. Follow up and look into it. You know, we can't like say, bump them, man. Hey, I don't believe that. You can't do that, man.
Nah, you can't do that.
Even within the camps, man, there's certain brothers set up in the camps like that. You know, you got brothers in the camp, the positions they're in, they set up. And if you're in these camps, you gotta like be subjected to one another also, as well as the top, men. You know, and because the Most High know what He's doing, man, He set certain men up for this. You know, so you have to submit yourselves to one another within your camp, man. You know, and that word humility meaning being in modesty, man, being the humbleness of your mind, man.
That's just like being with me and this. That we all make an example. When me and this brother talk, even though Paul, who's that? Paul and Barnabas. Yeah, even though they had arguments and the scene was so heated, you got them cases. But you also got cases where brothers able to call each other and be like, hey brother, hey, what's up with this, man? What's up with this breakdown? Hey, go over this with me. You don't just sit there and say, God damn, man, you don't know that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't never talk to that brother like this, man.
You have to be modest, man.
God damn, man, you don't know that, man. You supposed to know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, man, I'm going to tell you, in the truth, hey, man, the milk, it's a lot of basic scriptures in the Bible, man. It's a lot of basic scriptures in the Bible. Once you graduate from that milk, you go to meat. Like I said, it's set up with some brothers can go into that meat and they get it like that. Some brothers have to be fed a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time, like a little piece, They might could drink that milk all day. But when they come to meat, they gotta eat it slow. Those are the harder sayings. Like you said, you call the brother, you don't know that shit.
You don't know that? You've been in it. I could just give you an example. You've been in it 6 years and you don't know that? You've been in it 3 years and you don't know that? Come on, man. Have mercy on me, man. You know? So that way, if you talk to me like that, I ain't gonna want to talk to you, man. I ain't gonna ask you no question. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna ask you no question, man. You know, I just pray to Yahweh Shem Shai to see if I can get it somewhere else. Because I know you're gonna yell at me. They're not gonna understand. I'm just trying to learn, man. If I'm trying to learn, and I'm calling you a brother. Now I'm speaking about brothers. You got knuckleheads out here. I ain't talking about the knuckleheads out here. I'm talking about brothers now. Okay?
Who trying to learn. That was a key. That was a hell of a thing he just said. Who's trying to learn.
You see, I'm not gonna sit there and yell at him. I ain't the brothers, well, they ain't brothers now because they done fell out. But the one that was in this camp, I didn't never yell at them. If they asked me a question, or if I had a question to ask his brother, he didn't yell at me. He just told me what it was and say this. You know what I'm saying? I researched it. I said, okay, I see it. God damn, nigga, you don't see that? You know what I'm saying? Damn, nigga, you don't see that, man? Fuck. Man, you ain't got time for this, man. I'm doing something else. Hey, bro. Come on, man. Hey, well, I got this precept here. What you got? What? That ain't how you break it down. Yeah. What? That ain't how you... Hey, bro, I got this here. I got it. I got this precept. I got it. That ain't how you break it down. Oh, man, come on, man.
It says Romans 15:4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
2 Peter 3:16. Yeah, that was written for our learning, man. Everything in these scriptures, man. Everything in these scriptures was written for our learning, man. And through patience, meaning basically long suffering, shit that we're going through in this society, that we might have hope to get delivered up out of these conditions, man. And the only way you're gonna do that is through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai and staying humble, man. And if you part of the elect out of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Do us good in this latter time. You know, like that example right in the beginning about, hey, who led you across the wilderness, man? Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You was thirsty and hungry. Did not he feed you? So if you thirsty and hungry now in 2014, and you ask his name, he gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
He gonna give it to you. If you ain't asking in his name, hey, shit, man. You just a soldier on the battlefield without a sword and a shield.
And then when you pray, you're supposed to pray towards the east, man. You know? And then you got, if you got brothers that ain't praying like they supposed to be praying, hey, man, you need to cut that out. Man, you need to start sending up them prayers. Oh, well, I don't got to pray today. Man, I don't know what's wrong. Hey, knock that off, man. Knock that off, man. Send up them prayers. Send up them prayers, man. You know?
Say the Spirit made intercession for me.
Hey, look here, man. Which it do that.
It do it.
Hey, which it does do that. But you still got to send up them prayers. Yeah, the Spirit make the Spirit pray for me. You know, the Spirit pray for me. But guess what, though, bro? That's a sign of you getting too comfortable. That's a sign of that pride getting up in them. Say, oh, I'm straight. All right.
Man, I know sometimes let this man. Nigga about 55 years old riding a cross rocket. But yeah, sometimes, you know, I wake up in the morning, Yahweh Shem Shai wake me up. First thing I gotta do, man, I have to pee real bad. So I might have to go pee, take a dump or something, I go right on in there, but I take my scriptures. I be reading while I'm in there. But, you know, sometimes it be on my mind like, man, I had to use the bathroom so bad, I be nervous that I didn't pray when I woke up. You know, as soon as I got up, even though I'm in there with the scriptures reading, I be like, man, when I get through this, I got to go pray. You know, and that's how it be sometimes, man. I be in my mind if I had to use the restroom as soon as I get up, at least I'm gonna grab the scripture. I just keep one of my Bibles in the bathroom where I know when I go in there I can just start reading right away, you know, just try to get in the spirit, man. You know, sometimes it be like that. You wake up and have to use the toilet. But man, you brothers, man, just be humble, man, and keep praying, man. Just keep praying, man. It's serious, man. If you ain't looking around, man, Esau passing so much shit till it ain't even funny. I mean, hey man, I'm gonna tell you how serious it is, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua made a whole plane disappear yesterday out of nowhere. They don't even know where it's at. Flight 239, they came out of Malaysia going to, I think it was going to Hong Kong, China, or going to Taipei, China. Going to inland of China. Then they said it was 2/3 of the people, that number 2/3 go again. 2/3 of the people on the plane were Chinese, right? And they said they had like 4 or 5 Americans on there. But they trying to figure out right now, the plane went straight off the radar. It ain't no sign of the plane, man. They ain't seen no wreckage nowhere. So that's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Hey, he's cold like that, man. He's cold like that. He can make a plane just disappear off the map. Nobody know where it's at. Man, when you see that, man, you got to see that power in there, man. So if he telling you, man, hey, destruction coming is coming, man. Man, I don't want to be caught out here when these race rides start. I want to be protected, man. You know, Lord willing, give us those spiritual powers. We can fucking sound them up. We can get it in, you know. I don't want to be sitting in the, you know, because when it starts, trust me, a lot of you people, y'all been sneaking on these sites and shit, listening to what we've been saying through the spirit, y'all about Shem Yahushua. When them race wars start, y'all gonna be in the corner, man. Y'all gonna be bolting with the couch on the door and all that. You're gonna be bolted in. Couches and refrigerators by the door scared and shit. You know? Lord willing, man, we get spiritual power, man.